It meant a great deal to me. When you're in that office working with this crew, and they put that much effort into you, they have to trust you to be their guy. And I mean, by that time, I mean, they were my family. It was awesome working there. I mean, the people just took to me. It was my home. You know, it was my wrestling home, and to get that prestigious belt and that opportunity was unbelievable. I mean, you know, I mean, there's certain points at times in your career where you say, you know, you arrived, you know, and that was one of them. And it was a long road. I mean, a lot of hard work, worked through a lot of hard injuries. And, I mean, it's an achievement that, you know, you got to trust the people you're working with and for. And I did that. I was so blessed to work for that company and then people. I mean, I have such relationships that were just, it was awesome. I mean, it's my opinion. I mean, I couldn't have worked in a better territory, the group, office. I mean, they're behind me all the way. They gave me everything I needed to do or needed to be successful. And then, you know, I just went out and busted my ass as hard as I could to, you know, to get to where we need to be.
Now, to me as a fan, winning the IWGP title, especially at this point when there's a huge boom in New Japan and it's so big, so important, it's just like, wow, you know, winning that title means so much. And obviously, like you said, it's such an honor, and it means that they're really putting a lot of faith in you. And, you know, that means that they think you're a pretty top draw over there. Is that a lot of pressure, you know, being the champ?
Yeah. But you see, the top draw stuff, they already found that. They already figured that out. I mean, I did very well when I was the headliner with single matches and tag matches when I was a headliner. And that's all taken into consideration, you know. And by that time, I was so used to it, it was unbelievable. We, you know, in these positions to see if you can handle it, you know, and, you know, they don't care if you mess up at the beginning. You know, Masa was hard as hell on me. Masa was like my sensei. He was my boss. He's my brother. He pushed me so hard, and I had a relationship with him that was unbelievable, and it stayed through all through this book. And he taught me how to be a pro. He taught me how to do it there in Japan. And I mean, he was my guy, man. And he took care of the Americans. He was the best guy I ever worked for. He just passed away last year, and it's terrible. I love that guy, but I mean, it's a tough position to be in. You know, my wife came to Japan 25 times. I went on long tours, and she was at a lot of big shows. She always says to me, "Are you really that comfortable in the ring?" And I said, "You know, it's kind of like a duck on the water. You know, it's kind of turning faster inside." But yeah, and after a while, you know, I mean, you learn Japanese style. You know the fans are there. You know what it takes to get these matches across. You know, I mean, I was willing to pay the price. I mean, I worked with injuries and worked through things where the Japanese fan, you know, I mean, I tore both bicep tendons, tore both tricep tendons, and they saw that. You know, I mean, you can't hide it. Your arm turned solid black, and I never missed a match. And they just saw, you know, God, this guy just can't stop him. And, you know, I didn't want to be stopped because, again, you know, you got to prove your availability. If you ain't available, you ain't going to get that spot. And once I got the top spot, I wasn't giving it up. And I held on to my spot longer than anybody ever has. over there. I mean, I worked for the same company for 17 years, and nobody's ever done that as a guy Gene. And I was a top guy for a long time. And, I worked my ass off to get there. And that was a goal of mine, and I love it. And it's something I wouldn't change a thing. But, yeah, I mean, it's tough, but we get used to it. I mean, look at guys like, Hogan back in the day. I mean, God, he worked down front of sellouts. I'll promise you, it was like, another night in the ring, Over here, I mean, here it's a little different. It's not as physical or as challenging as what we went through in Japan. It just isn't. I mean, the matches, when you do a main event over there, a big show, I mean, it's on. It's flying, brother. I mean, when you're done, right? And when that match is over, you're glad. Not that you're glad it's over, but you welcome a break, right? Because you're definitely going to pay the price. And that's all right. I mean, that's what I choose to do. And that territory, that style of business is something that I loved. And it just fit for me that, it was my home, man. I mean, and, that's like my book, that's why the story, it tells a story about a guy coming from America. And, I made it in another country when it was tough to do. And, we just really, it was just a perfect fit for me. And, I wish I was still doing it, but kind of wears you out.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to put this into perspective, you do end up winning the IWGP title again. You beat Kensuke Sasaki. So only 3 gaijins in the history. So New Japan's basically been around for 50 years. Really only 8 gaijins have ever won the IWGP World title, but only 3 have had multiple reigns with the title. So you're in some pretty elite company with Vader and AJ Styles as far as the only gaijin in almost 50 years of this history of this illustrious, great company known for their strong style, known for their wrestling. You, Vader, and AJ are the only guys to hold multiple world title reigns of the IWGP title. So that's pretty cool.
You're darn right it is. I mean, that's something I'm very proud of. And it's, it's an achievement. I mean, you got to really prove yourself to be in that position with that company. They're going to make you pay the price. And, they do the same. I mean, they don't just take anybody with WWE or WCW and give them that spot. There's a couple. I mean, Dennis Rodman wrestling, or some of these guys. I'm not necessarily too cool about when stuff like that happens. But with that spot over there, you had to earn it. You had to just they didn't give it to you, that's for sure.